Riteesh, 1-1 draw with Lewes. What did you make of it overall?
Probably mixed feelings now. I think we wanted to come into the game and get 3 points. I think that would have really helped our cause to secure our status. But you know, what we have done well this year, certainly for most of those games we've not played that well, we haven't lost. And I think today is probably another example of that, where before Christmas, the last 12 months, when we're not playing well, we tend to lose games. I think today we didn't play that well, but we were able to grind out at least a point, and points are important for us. So I can't be too disappointed, but definitely we still got to get better in lots of areas.
But yeah, you mentioned that four unbeaten now, so that run, you're picking up these odd points here and there will help towards this battle for survival.
Yeah, and we're in a position where we have still a few games left to go, and the only way you use that to your advantage if you do pick up points, whether it's 3 or 1. So if you look back at the last 4 games, we are unbeaten. We look fairly solid, I think, but there's still definitely areas we need to improve on. So like I say, mixed feelings at the moment.
Obviously, I thought it started the game quite well, but then the visitors came back into it before half time. But it felt to me that Charlton looked the side more likely, certainly towards the end of the second half.
Yes, I think that we came into the game knowing they've got some good players and they've got some threats. They are investing quite heavily in their squad, and we prepared for their key strengths. I don't think we dealt with that very well in the first half, but then I think we came out in the second half and started okay and managed their threats a little bit better. And to be honest, looking back at the game, I think it was quite a scrappy game. There wasn't really much in the two teams, to be honest. So I think we would have been quite fortunate to get 3 points, but obviously would have loved to nick it. And same for them. I don't think they did enough to win the game, and it was quite tight between both teams.
Poacher's finish from Jess King. That's what your strikers on top of those little rebounds.
Yeah, I'm pleased for her because that's 2 and 2, and it's actually something we worked on. Another assist for Ella Rutherford, and that kind of front zone delivery is something that we looked at, and it came off on this occasion. But we're going to have to go away and just try and keep focusing on improving. We've come a long way as a group, definitely, and I can't help but think 6 months ago, 3 months ago, a game like that we would have lost.
Bit of an uncharacteristic error from Grace there for the equaliser, but she's the sort of character who'll be able to come out the other side of that.
Yeah, I hope so, and her and the rest of the group, they should be disappointed that we conceded that, because it's not, Lewes haven't opened us up. We've gifted them a goal, and we want to be eradicating errors out of our game, and we have done that really well recently. But it is frustrating because we're giving the opportunity to the opposition through nothing from what they've created. So that is a disappointing thing. But yeah, like you say, I'm sure Grace will bounce back. It's a mistake, but to be fair, the group, not just Grace, but the group reacted really well to that. Again, previously we may have lost our heads or capitulated making an error like that, but we did really well to find ourselves back in the game, so I am pleased for that.
And obviously the result in the context of the season, and looking at results elsewhere, Coventry got a very good win today. London Bees got beaten heavily. I mean, it's all to play for down there, but Charlton's still in a good position if they can take advantage of their games in hand as well.
I think so. That's the key thing. We've got games in hand and we are picking up points, so that win for Coventry today, of course, will be massive for them. And one win and a few results does change your feeling of momentum, and that's what we feel right now. We do feel like our confidence is building, and we feel like we've got some positive momentum, but there's still loads to play for. I think Bees have got maybe 3 or 4 games left, so anything can happen in those 3 or 4 games. One of them is against us, so there's still plenty to play for, and not just the relegation zone. There's plenty of teams above us who aren't that far away from us. So our fortunes can change. We've got to focus on the next game. We've got a tough game away against Sheffield now, but we've tended to perform quite well against the big teams in the league, and I am confident if we can get better and improve, we can get something out of that game as well.
You mentioned obviously that growing confidence we've seen over the last 2 weeks. Obviously you were personally rewarded with the Manager of the Month award. Is that something you feel is a result of the whole team improving over the last few weeks?
I think the whole group is improving. There's lots of things that we're getting better at, but to be honest, we haven't. Our performances have been quite strong throughout the season. What we're getting better at is just managing those key moments and taking advantage of key moments, and not conceding as many chances, and that's really helped us just feel a bit more solid. But to be honest, the Manager of the Month award was quite a strange one, because we've still got loads of work to do, and I don't want to get carried away at all. It's very nice to be recognised for that, but I realise that March is an even bigger month for us than February was. So, of course, if you receive an award, it means you're doing something well, but we need to keep going.